My name is Torrian Timms. I'm 34 years old, and I am a sister with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or ADHD. So, from my own experience as a girl who was actually going through her primary K through 12 education undiagnosed, oftentimes my teachers would talk about how bright I was, how creative and innovative I was, but it would also be coupled with she's chatty, her desk is a mess, she can't, I would lose things very easily. So it's almost like what's daunting about it is that the symptoms of ADHD are looked at in such a negative light that it overshadows the gifts that I would have. And a lot of times I find with my communities of color, they do not want to attribute behaviors to a condition. A lot of times there's no room for that because they have so much expectations on their children that they're like, no, they just need to try harder. They're not disciplined enough. They're not going to church enough. They're not being religious. They're not praying. They're not, they're just acting out. When it's like, yes, they are, but I try to get families to see that there is a reason for it. Like there's a cause, and what we're seeing is the effect. So a lot of times I've seen families just want to dismiss it or not being willing to accept the label because they don't want 2 or 3 things working against their child who already is a minority in some type of way. So my own diagnosis story. So I was actually diagnosed during the pandemic at the age of 31. I was like a month away from turning 32 years old. And honestly, the world just slowed down enough that I was a little bit more observant of my behaviors. Getting the diagnosis, being distracted about the diagnosis itself kind of let me know, let me research this. And it was really eye-opening to know that all the things that I had so much shame around were not really character flaws. All the things that I had so much shame around were really just the manifestation of the condition and the brain that I was born with. So knowing I have ADHD now, I can just be a little bit more gentle with myself. I can be patient with myself. I can see my behaviors. They don't just go away when you find out you have ADHD. They're still there, but now you can examine them in a way that is gentle and that you can, respond in a way that allows you to accommodate yourself, that allows you to advocate and speak up for yourself.